Welcome to Amba YouTube channel. Now let us discuss the second chapter called polynomials. Mathematical equation. A variable, a constant and a mathematical operator together called a mathematical equation. A mathematical equation consists of a variable, constant and a mathematical operator. What is a variable? X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D are variable. Constants are 2, 3, 4, etc. constants. What are mathematical operators? Plus, minus, equals, 0 are called mathematical operator. This is a mathematical equation. Such mathematical equations which consists of only one variable is called a monomial. One variable and one more term, say constant, is called a binomial, and two variables and a constant term is called a trinomial or polynomial. Trinomial, and more than this is called a polynomial. More than two variables are called polynomial. Degree of a polynomial. What is degree of a polynomial? Degree of a polynomial. The highest power of x in the equation is called degree of a polynomial. Highest power of x. Highest power of variable. Power of variable is called degree of a polynomial. Degree of a polynomial. The highest power of variable in the given equation is called degree of a polynomial. Here, for example, the degree of this polynomial 3x square plus 4x plus 1 is highest power of x is 2. Therefore, degree of polynomial is 2. Here, 5x cube plus 4x square plus 5 equals 0. Here, the highest power is 3. Therefore, degree of this polynomial is 3. What is degree of a polynomial? The highest power of the variable in the given equation is called degree of a polynomial. Zeros of a polynomial. What are zeros of a polynomial? The value of the variable for which the equation becomes 0 is called zeros of a polynomial. The value of the variable for which the given equation becomes 0 is called zeros of that polynomial. For example, this is the given polynomial. What value of x gives the LHS equals RHS, or 0 equals 0? If I put x equals 1, then this becomes 1 square into 2, 2 minus 3 minus 2. This becomes minus 3. Minus 3 is not equal to 0. Therefore, this is not a value of this 0 of this polynomial. I take 2. If I take 2, then it becomes 2 into 2. 2 square. 2 square is 4. 4 into 2, 8. 8 minus 2 into 3, 6. Minus 2. So this is 0 becomes 0. LHS equals RHS. Therefore, x equals 2 is called 0 of this polynomial, or the factor of this polynomial. What is the factor of this polynomial? X equals 2. That is called zeros of this polynomial. If this is x equals 2 is the 0 of this polynomial, x minus 2 equals 0 is called a factor of this polynomial. Geometrical meaning of zeros of a polynomial. What is geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomial? Means if you draw the equation of a polynomial on graph, the places where it touches or crosses, cuts the x-axis are called geometrical meaning of the zeros of the polynomial. For example, if I draw the graph of an equation, it touches here, it cuts here, it touches here. Therefore, how many places it cuts or touches x-axis? There are 3 places. Therefore, how many geometrical zeros of the polynomial we can obtain? There are 3 zeros of the polynomial. It touches here, cuts here, touches here. Therefore, 3 places it cuts or touches. Therefore, zeros of the polynomial are 3. Find the zeros of the polynomial by factor method. How to find the zeros of a polynomial? That means value of this variable x. That is, by factor method means, now we have to resolve this middle term into 2 terms. That means minus 5x into 2 terms. Multiply these 2 terms and write here 6x square. And resolve this term. Which are the 2 terms? If we multiply, we get 6x square, and if we add, we get minus 5x. That is 3 and 2. X. This is minus. So minus 3, minus 2, minus 5. Minus into minus plus 6x square. So instead of this, we write x square minus 3x square minus 2x 3x minus 2x plus 6 equals 0. Now what is common here? X into x minus 3. X minus 3. Now what is here common? Minus 2. Minus 2 into x minus 2x minus 2 into 3 plus 6. In this whole line, this is common, x minus 3. Remaining here is x, here is minus 2 equals 0. That means x minus 3 equals 0 or x minus 2 equals 0. X equals 3 or x equals 2 are the zeros. Therefore, 3 and x equals 3 and x equals 2 are the zeros of the polynomial. Are the zeros of the polynomial. How this is done? Resolve the middle term and write and take common term on both sides and solve for value of x. Relationship between zeros and coefficients. If the general form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equals 0, here a, b and c are called coefficients. That means multiplications with the variable and independent term. And the zeros of this equation may be let x equals alpha and x equals beta. If we solve this equation, we may get alpha or beta. Then relationship between this coefficient and zero is given by sum of the zeros. Alpha plus beta equals minus b by a, and product of this zeros alpha into beta equals c by a. This is the relationship between coefficients and zeros. Sum of the zeros is minus b by a, product of zeros is c by a. For example, take the quadratic equation 4s square minus 4s plus 1. Here, if we split the middle term, then this term, if we split and write, product of first and last term is 4s square. Middle term is minus 4s. Which are the numbers? Minus 2s, minus 2s is minus 4s. This is minus 2s into minus 2s plus 4s square. So this becomes 4s square minus 4s minus 2s minus 2s plus 1 equals 0. What is common here? 2s. 2s into s minus 1. Here s minus 1. 2s is 2s minus 1. 2s minus 1. This is minus 1 equals 0. So in this whole sentence, 2s minus 1 is common. If we take outside, inside also 2s minus 1. Therefore, 2s minus 1 equals 0. 2s minus 1 equals 0. S equals half. S equals half. The value of both alpha and beta are half. Alpha also half, beta is also half. Therefore, alpha one root is half, beta another root is half. Let us say check relationship between coefficients and zeros. What is sum of roots? Sum of this zeros. Sum is alpha plus beta equals minus b by a. What is alpha? Half. Beta half. Minus b. What is b? Minus 4 divided by a is 4. Half plus of 1. This is also 1. LHS equals RHS. Therefore, our problem is right. Next, product of roots. That means product of zeros. Alpha into beta equals c by a. Half into half. C is 1, A is 4. 1 by 4 equals 1 by 4. Here also LHS equals RHS. Hence the verification. That means sum of zeros must be minus b by a, product of zeros must be c by a. Then only our problem is correct. Thanks for watching. Please share and subscribe. For your opinion, you can comment.